compatriot, Nigeria, call obey to serve our fatherland with love and strength and faith. The land of our heroes past shall never be in vain. To serve with heart and mind, one nation bound in freedom, peace and unity. God bless Nigeria.
It's our pleasure to welcome you and also to assure you that tonight is going to be as smooth as possible and to be as non-political as possible. But just to let you know that we encourage excellence, we reward excellence, and we want you to applaud excellence. And my co-host, Zika, who, as you heard, is delectable, and by my side, is going to work with me throughout tonight, and we're going to make it as nice as possible for you. We welcome you. I want to please ask you to relax, be merry, but just stay with us. Let me please welcome some of our very most respected dignitaries in the audience. This is the season, and in a few weeks or less, we'll be determining what next for Nigeria. Let me welcome one of the presidential candidates for Nigeria, and that's His Excellency Atiku Abubakar, the presidential candidate for PDP. He's here with us, and here, of course, with his lovely wife, Dr. Jennifer Atiku Abubakar. I'm also pleased to welcome in our midst, yes, please. Let me also welcome His Excellency, the Governor of Delta State. Governor Kowa is here with a large entourage, I'm told. I'm also pleased to welcome His Excellency, the Governor of Bayelsa State, Governor Seriake Dixon, also here with a large entourage. And the chairman of tonight's occasion is none other than Ohaneze Ndigbo, John Nya Nwodo. You're welcome, sir, Your Excellency. You're very welcome. We will try to meet all the protocol recognitions in due course, but we had promised that this is going to be an event that will be as flawless and as less cumbersome as possible. So let's start with it, and this is the first one.
The first category of awards to be given out tonight is Silverbird Posthumous Award.
And the first recipient of this posthumous award is none other than Dr. Abel Ubeku.
Abel Progidi Ubeku, born 1936, was a Nigerian business executive who hailed from Arai in Isoko community of Delta State. He had his education at the University of London, finishing with a Master of Law degree in 1971. He obtained a PhD from University of Sussex, and his thesis published in 1983 was titled Industrial Relations in Developing Countries, The Case of Nigeria. After completing his A-level from Nigeria College of Arts, Science and Technology, Ibadan, he started working as a primary school teacher in 1956. Not motivated to continue teaching and interested in leadership roles, he joined Nigeria Tobacco Company in 1961 as a trainee, later becoming a personnel officer. He was promoted personnel manager in 1966 and served in that position until 1971, when he was appointed executive secretary to the Industrial Training Fund. After a couple of years with the fund, he was employed at Guinness Nigeria as the country personnel manager. He became a director in the company in 1975 and was appointed the first Nigerian managing director in 1982. After leaving Guinness, Ubeku took on leadership roles in his hometown Isoko community. He was the treasurer of the then People's Solidarity Party and later presidential candidate in the 1992 SDP primary. In 1997, he was chairman of the now-defunct Committee of the National Consensus, one of the political parties during the Sani Abacha administration. He died in a Dubai hospital after a protracted illness in 2014. At the age of 78 years old, he was buried in his hometown, Araya, in Isoko, Delta State.
We thank you, the special guest of honor. And I want to say, today is a special day for all of us, not just for me, that God is kind and is always good, and he will continue to be kind to us in Nigeria. My husband, Abel Ubeku, I don't know, he has done what he should do, and the Lord Almighty called him. And I'm glad, pained, but today, Silverbird has cleared my pains, my tears, that they recognize him. That is good to recognize excellence. That is good to recognize integrity. Abel has done well. He's my husband, 45 years. Child or no child, you are my wife. He says so to me, look at my eyeball. I will look at your eyeball. And I want to tell this great audience, he kept his promise. For me to be with him for 45 years, no child. He loved me, he exposed me. And I am grateful, all of you who know him, who supported him, I am grateful. And particularly Silverbird. Silverbird has always done well, and they will continue to fish out excellence, and we wish you all the best. Thank you very much.
Let's applaud, in great nostalgia, Alhaji Maitama Sule.
Yusuf Maitama Sule was born in the Yola quarters within the city of Kano on the 1st of October 1929. He was a third child in a modest family, but young Yusuf lost his mother at the tender age of 4. He had an early exposure to Quranic education before proceeding to acquire Western knowledge. Maitama Sule got enrolled into primary school in 1937. By 1939, the death of Madaki Makmadu, who had adopted him and provided all he needed, brought an unprecedented twist in his life, which he surmounted. At last, the young Maitama went through primary and proceeded to Kaduna College in 1943. He left college in 1948 and got a teaching appointment at the middle school in Kano. His rise to political prominence began in 1955 at a young age of 26 when he became the chief whip of the Federal House of Representatives. In 1960, Maitama Sule led the Nigerian delegation to the Conference of Independent African States. Maitama Sule had a flourishing public service life, which began in 1976 when he was made the Federal Commissioner of Public Complaints. By 1979, he was named Nigeria's permanent representative to the United Nations, where he championed efforts towards the end of apartheid in South Africa. After the re-election of President Shehu Shagari in 1983, Ambassador Sule was appointed the Minister for National Guidance, an office designated to assist the President in fighting corruption. Out of political office, Ambassador Sule remained a consistent voice on issues bordering on national unity.
I have a dream that Nigeria will take our proper place in the Committee of Nations. And these dreams will be realized by the grace of God under your leadership, Mr. President.
At the ripe age of 87, Ambassador Mitama Sule passed on in a hospital in Cairo, Egypt, after suffering from pneumonia and chest infection. Because of his vocal and oratory powers, Ambassador Sule had been cited by many speakers, but what no one could take away from him was his love for his country. Mitama Sule is known for saying, "Everyone has a gift from God." The Northerners are endowed by God with leadership qualities. The Yorubas know how to earn a living and have diplomatic qualities. The Igbo man is gifted in trade, commerce, and technological innovation. God so created us equally, with purpose and with different gifts. Mitama Sule was a nationalist who firmly believed that all Nigeria really needs is great leadership.
Your Excellencies present here, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it's really difficult for me in an event of this nature concerning my former teacher. The late Emerson Kano was my teacher in 1952. The primary school or middle school, as they were called then. But then his real tutorship started much later. When I became a student in the Nigerian political arena. I think really if I want to go in that direction, I may take too long. But may I, on behalf of the entire members of late Emerson Kano's family, some of whom are here, and it's my great pleasure to introduce the new Emerson Kano. New Emerson Kano is here, Alhaji Maitama, who has succeeded his father, and for that we are particularly grateful to Almighty God and the present Emir of Kano, who had lived to our usual expectations of him.
And the third posthumous award goes to the former Vice President of Nigeria, Dr. Alex Ekweme of blessed memory.
Dr. Alex Ifeanyichukwu Ekweme was the Vice President of Nigeria from 1979 till the 31st of December 1983, when the administration of Alhaji Shehu Shagari was ousted in a military coup. He was born on October 21, 1932 in Oko, a community in Anambra State. His primary education was at St. John's Anglican Central School, Ekulobi, from where he proceeded to King's College in Lagos for his secondary education. As the first Nigerian to benefit from the Fulbright Scholarship Award, Alex Ekweme studied architecture and city planning at the University of Washington. He also obtained a master's degree in urban planning. His craving for knowledge pushed him to obtain more degrees in sociology, history, philosophy, and law from the University of London. He kept his academic pursuit with a doctorate degree in architecture from the University of Strathclyde. Before establishing his own architectural firm in Nigeria, Ekweme Associates, the distinguished professional had gathered experience working with top firms in the United States and the United Kingdom. During the 1979 journey to democracy, Dr. Ekweme joined the National Party of Nigeria. He was the running mate to Shehu Shagari, with whom he served until another interruption of democracy by the military in Nigeria on the New Year Eve of 1984. The military administration headed by General Muhammadu Buhari sent him to Kirikiri prisons. There, incidentally, the trial judge who presided over the corruption trial observed that Alex Ekweme became poorer while in office. He was released after 20 months.
Ladies and gentlemen, I crave your indulgence to adopt all the established protocols. I must say at the outset that I am delighted. I consider it an honor and privilege to be here this evening
Alex Ekweme was behind a political movement that added pressure on the military regime of General Sani Abacha by 1998, when political activities resumed. The G34, as it was called, metamorphosed to become the PDP, the party he served as the first national chairman. On the international scene, as a member of the Economic Council of West African States, he had prominent responsibilities. In the year Y2K, he was the leader of the team set up by the National Democratic Institute to monitor parliamentary elections in Zimbabwe. He also carried out similar duties in Liberia, Tanzania, and Guinea. In addition to the traditional title of Ide Avoko, Dr. Kweme held the prestigious honor of the Grand Command of the Order of the Niger. Dr. Kweme slipped in and out of ill health until his death on the 19th of November 2017. He will be remembered as a man of ideas.
Your Excellencies, the governors and former governors, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I bring greetings and thanks and love from my mother, Dame Beatrice Ekweme, who unfortunately can't make it today. We just yesterday celebrated 1 year of my dad's burial. So she's still in the village. But she says to say a very big thank you to Uncle Ben and the Silverbird Group for recognizing the love of her life, an excellent gentleman, a man of the people. These are her words, not mine. A man of the people who lived selflessly for Nigeria and whose baby, apart from me, was the restructuring of Nigeria. Her prayers are that in the very near future, we'll have a Nigeria of his dreams, a Nigeria that's a nation and not just a geopolitical formulation, as many people say. Thank you very much. God bless you. Thank you, our chairman, PDP. I salute you. God bless you. Thank you.
It's time for us to get the first two lucky winners of today's Lotto. So bring out your papers. It just could be you.
Our first ball is 14. Second ball, number 4. Thank you. Now we have 5 balls already picked. Only 2 of these balls will give us winners this evening. So please get your tickets ready. Ladies. So our first set of winners are number 14 and 40. The codes for number number 14, I beg your pardon. 5FH9. Do we have 5FH9 in the house? Real quick. And for number 40, 76DJ. And our second winner for the evening, 76DJ. Big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. We have 8 more winners to go for the evening. You are both lucky recipients of the sum of 500,000 naira each, courtesy Baba Ijebu Premier Lottos. You also walk away with amazing gifts from Dufil Group, Power Oil, Indomie Noodles, Mini-Me Chin Chin, and the Silverbird Cinemas 4DX. Unparalleled cinema viewing. Congratulations, ladies, please, if you can assist them with your rewards.
Category of awards to be given out this evening is Silverbird Lifetime Achievement Award.
The first recipient of the Lifetime Achievement Award goes to Genevieve Naji.
Genevieve Nnaji, born on the 3rd of May 1979, is a Nigerian actress, producer, and director. Genevieve started her acting career as a child actress in the then popular TV soap opera Ripples at the age of 8. She made her Nollywood debut in 1998 at the age of 19 when she featured in Most Wanted. Due to her contributions in the Nigeria movie industry, she became the first actress to be awarded Best Actress in the 2001 City People's Awards, the award ceremony that previously had only recognized politicians and business conglomerates. She was also the first actress to be awarded as Best Actress by the Census Board of Nigeria in 2003. She won the Africa Movie Academy Award for Best Actress in the leading role in 2005, making her the first actress to win the award.
Tried to warn him, but he wouldn't listen. And I'm really afraid for his life.
Please, I need your help.
My mom suggested that we see Chief Ido.
Genevieve, who starred in the 2010 award-winning film Ije, The Journey, has featured in over 200 Nollywood movies, including Mirror Boy, Half of a Yellow Sun, Dr. Bello, and Road to Yesterday, amongst others. In 2011, she was honored as a member of the Order of the Federal Republic by the Nigerian government for her contribution to the development of Nollywood. In November 2015, Nnaji produced her first movie called Road to Yesterday, which won Best Movie Overall West Africa at the 2016 Africa Magic Viewers' Choice Award. Online streaming service Netflix acquired her directorial debut Lionheart in September 7, 2018, making it the first Netflix original film from Nigeria.
My father is still very much alive on you. So, given our current situation, can you tell us how bad the numbers are? And if this Igwe Pascal of a man gets a hold of our company, everyone will lose their jobs. And they're all depending on me, and I feel like I'm failing.
The movie had its world premiere at the 2018 Toronto International Film Festival. Nnaji has also featured in several TV commercials. In 2014, she became the face of Lux in Nigeria. She also had a brief stint in music when she released her debut album. In 2004, tagged the Logo Logo line, a mix of R&B, hip-hop, and urban music. In 2008, Nnaji launched her clothing line, Saint Genevieve, which proceeds she donates to charity. American mogul Oprah Winfrey referred to Genevieve Nnaji as the Julia Roberts of Africa.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, this is Mama G. But I want to crave your indulgence. This is not my award. It is for Genevieve Nnaji. I was waiting to do a book before I make this announcement, but I'll make it now because my incoming president is here. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I, Ralph Nwadike, who is the current president of the Association of Movie Producers Nigeria, Nollywood, I was the one that made Genevieve an actress. I don't know how they did it, I don't know why they called me out, but I think it's an opportunity for me to present myself to my president, incoming president. I was the one that walked 400 meters jumping gutters to get to Genevieve's mother's house. And she literally handed her over to me and said, well, if you say it's okay, but we never finish the one where she do. But go on and make her who you want her to be. Today, Genevieve is a world star. And we're proud of this. We're grateful to God. And we pray that Genevieve indeed will continue to be the best that she is. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much.
Can we also welcome another distinguished personality, Bisi Olatilo, Lifetime Achievement Award.
Ace multilingual broadcaster Bisi Olatilo, chairman of Biscon Communications, has been in the spotlight for over 36 years. He is the brain behind successful coverage of celebrities in Nigeria and in the diaspora, primarily through his popular program, The Bisi Olatilo Show. Bisi Olatilo, who hails from Ibadan, Osun State, was born in December 20th, 1953. With a bachelor's degree in mass communication from the Lagos State University, he started his career with with the Broadcasting Corporation of Oyo State in the 1970s before joining the Voice of Nigeria, VON, the external service of the Federal Radio Corporation of Nigeria, FRCN. He later moved to Radio Nigeria, where he worked for 22 years. Abundantly gifted with the mastery of 3 major Nigerian languages, Yoruba, Hausa, and Igbo, Bisi was the pioneer head of the Indigenous Languages Services at Radio Nigeria 3 and was the toast of radio listeners in the 1980s, the 1990s, until he left radio broadcasting in 1999.
I'd always had a passion, very fascinated with the way the likes of Ikenna Ndaguba and Ishola Folorunso, blessed memories, were doing the business. Ikenna Ndaguba, news reading. Ishola Folorunso, of course, on football commentary. So I started aping them right from then. And in school, no match gets played until I've been called to run mock commentaries, we call then. And as for the news, my principal blessed memories, Deacon Olagunju will give me the special privilege of assembling about 1,000 students, and I read the news to them. That's how I started way back 67 to 71.
His hard work in radio broadcasting was rewarded with numerous awards, the climax being the prestigious Nigerian Media Merit Awards Broadcaster of the Year Awards in 1993 and 1994 consecutively. He is also an accomplished master of ceremonies and has compared major events, including the formal launch of MAMSA, alongside seasoned MC extraordinaire Ikenna Ndaguba, and at the reception held in honor of the former South African President, Dr. Nelson Mandela, and wife in Lagos in 1990. He has dined and wined with presidents, prime ministers, governors, senators, ministers, commissioners, and other dignitaries in Nigeria and abroad as he met with them to interview them and compare their events. His TV show, The Bisi Olatilo Show, known as Boss, remains a delight to viewers all over the world. Today, he is the chairman, chief executive of Biscon Communications and the executive producer of The Bisi Olatilo Show. He is married to Folashade Olatilo and they are blessed with 5 children.
All my life, I've been in broadcasting for 45 years. And I've been beaming the searchlight on people around the world through the lenses. But today, the searchlight is beamed on me. I must thank God for this. And what do I do without my wife of 38 years and my children? You should understand why I'm saying this. We're hardly ever there, even though we like to be there. My children know I love them. Where are my children? Please come, just surround me quickly. We don't have all the time to do this. When we have it, we'll seize it with both arms. I'd like to thank them very much. They've stayed by me, and they've done so much. All the time, my wife is there. And I'm dedicating this to my wife and the lovely children, and of course, Biscon Communication all over the world, all our listeners and viewers. I'd like to thank you very much. My very good friend, Ben Murray Bruce, who's been together for less than 40 years. And a very good friend. Please put your hands together for Ben, for being a very good friend. Allah obangi sa abubuwan da muka sa zuciyarmu Allah ya saka ni. Akan addu'a muke dai cewa Nigeria da muke wannan Nigeria wannan namu ne ba abin da zai taba Nigeria Allah da. Ihe ne kunno ni nam kanso bu nam Nigeria ga dimma. Unu wen kwena ga dimma. Aga ponya ga bo chichafa. Ama onye ọ ga-abụ nunu. Mana ka tie na ekpere ka o wee dị mma. Etibụ nsọ ndị kwe je ma kwe emema. Di ala ti o ba sọ ni de kini kan na ko da be. En Yorùbá àdúrà la ma ṣe o. Kí Ọlọ́run jẹ́ kí Nigeria de ba ngbàdúrà. E ba nṣàmì àdúrà. Okay, congratulations. Thank you very much.
The next award goes to Omotola Jalade Ekende, Lifetime Achievement Award.
Omotola Jalade Ekende, who was born in 7th February 1978, is an actress, singer, philanthropist, and former model. Her first acting role was in 1995 movie Venom of Justice, where she played the lead role in the movie that set the stage for a flourishing career in Nollywood. Omotola got her first big role in the critically acclaimed 1995 film Mortal Inheritance, where she played a sickle cell patient who fights for her life despite the odds of survival. Since then, she has starred in over 200 movies, including Games Women Play, Blood Sisters, All My Life, Last Wedding, My Story, The Woman in Me, and a host of others. After a career-defining role in Mortal Inheritance, Omotola's portrayal won her Best Actress in an English-speaking movie and Best Actress overall at the 1997 The Movie Awards THEMA. She was the youngest actress in Nigeria at the time to achieve this feat. In 2012, Omotola launched her own reality show, Omotola The Real Me, on Africa Magic Entertainment, making her the first Nigerian celebrity to star in her own reality TV show. In early 2013, Omotola made her US television debut in VH1 scripted series Hit the Floor. In 2013, she was honored in Time magazine's list of the 100 most influential people in the world, alongside Michelle Obama, Beyoncé, and Kate Middleton. The Nigerian government honored her as a member of the Order of the Federal Republic, MFR, for contributions to Nigerian cinema in 2014. In June 2018, Omotola, alongside Femi Odugbemi, received invitations to join the Oscar 2018 voting members. Her 2005 album, Ba, produced 2 singles, Naija Lowa and The Things You Do to Me. Omotola is also applauded for her remarkable humanitarian efforts. Omotola became a United Nations World Food Programme ambassador in 2005, going to missions in Sierra Leone and Liberia. Omotola is known as a fierce human rights campaigner, and her philanthropy efforts are centered on her NGO project called the Omotola Youth Empowerment Program. Omotola became an Amnesty International campaigner in 2011 and has participated in campaigns in Sierra Leone. After receiving numerous high-profile awards like the 2012 Black Entertainment Film, Fashion, Television and Arts Award for Best Film Actress Icon, 2017 Toronto International Nollywood for Best Actress, and recently 2018 Best Actress in a Movie or TV Series at the Africa Magic Viewers' Choice Awards, she has amassed an enviable fan base. She is the first African celebrity to receive over 1 million likes on her Facebook page. She currently has a total of 3 million followers on Facebook. Omotola married pilot Captain Matthew Ekende in 1996, and together they have 4 children.
To present the award, from Ghana we welcome Ms. Juliet Ibrahim.
Good evening, Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. You're welcome. It's an honor for me to present this award to Omotola, and unfortunately, she's not here. Congratulations.
I am extremely honored to be receiving this important award today, the Silverbird Special Achievement Award. Let me start by thanking God Almighty for His grace, my family, and all that cheer and support me on. Congratulations to every nominee in this category as well. I am grateful for this recognition I have received for my work so far. As you all might know, it has not been easy, or it has not been the easiest journey for us in entertainment. I have faced several challenges on my way here, but each one of them has only strengthened me into becoming the person that I am today. A seasoned professional who works tirelessly to elevate her country and show her strengths. So once again, thank you for this encouragement. I dedicate this award to everyone who dreams and continues to do their best possible in their field. Thank you.
And finally, in this category of awards, we present a fighting spirit of Dr. Joe Oke Odumaki.
Dr. Joe Oke Odumaki has traversed courageously where many men fear to tread. She has remained consistent without minding the hazards to her person in a society where critical voices are loathed by an unjust system which rewards criminals and punishes the just. She graduated in 1987 from the University of Ilorin, where she got a bachelor's degree in English and education. She returned to the same school and bagged her master's in guidance and counseling and her PhD in history and policy of education in 1996. Dr. Joe Kirjabaki has over 30 years' experience in human rights activities in Nigeria. She cut her teeth in activism as the Secretary of Women in Nigeria, WIN, Kwara State from 1988 to 1991. And also as the coordinator of Women in Nigeria, WIN, Kwara State branch from 1991 to 1996. She was the chairperson of Rethink Nigeria from 1987 to 1992 and the chairperson Committee for the Defense of Human Rights, Kwara State branch from 1990 to 1996. Her foray into human rights activism was at a period when the military dictatorship was baring its fangs and dissenting voices viciously silenced. She became one of the targets of the administration as she was arrested and detained not less than 17 times at different locations. She was the General Secretary, Campaign for Democracy, CD, from March 1996 to July 29, 2006. Then she became the President from July 29 to March 19, 2016. She's also the President of Women Arise for Change Initiative, the Chairman of the Task Force of the Citizens Forum, spokesperson for the Coalition of Civil Society Organizations, the President of the Center for Change in Community Development and Public Awareness, CDP, and convener Nigerians Unite Against Terror. Under the aegis of Women Arise for Change Initiative, an organization she founded in 2003, Dr. Joe Ogdumaki has handled over 4,000 cases of gender-based violence and also helped some victims seek redress in court and rehabilitation. Dr. Joe Ogdumaki has many awards to her credit. In an amazing sequence of events, she won 20 awards in 2007, 24 awards in 2008, 30 awards in 2009, 40 awards in 2010, 45 awards in 2011, and 50 in 2012. In March 2013 alone, she received 4 international awards, including the U.S. International Woman of Courage and 54 other awards that year. In 2014, she won 58 awards, 60 awards in 2015, 60 in 2016, 60 in 2017, and another 60 in 2018, making well over 540 awards won so far and still counting. Her consistency and unwavering determination for democracy in Nigeria made Nobel laureate Professor Wole Soyinka to memorably describe her as a tireless fighter whose frail-bearing bellies and inner strength and resilience, a veteran of affirmative marches, of crude arrests and detentions, baton charges.
I'm ready, if need be, to pay with my life, and more than ever, I will rededicate my life to the struggle in the emancipation of women.
I'm filled with emotions by this Lifetime Achievement Award by the Silverbird Television. I will cherish this forever, especially coming from a reputable organization. This is a tonic for me to do more and to rededicate my life for the struggle for our dear great country, Nigeria. This award is the 550 awards that I'll be getting. But this will occupy a very special place in my heart, and it will adorn a unique corner in my office. I want to salute each and every one. We do not have any other country except Nigeria. There is no other language than the language of peace, justice, equity, and fair play. I want to dedicate this award to Leah Shuaibu and all the Chibok girls our fathers, mothers, and the rest that are still with the terrorists. Nigeria must not fail them. We must not give up. Together, we'll have them reunited with us. And in our lifetime, we'll have a Nigeria that works. I want to salute all the governors seated there. I can see the governor of Bayelsa State, I salute. And I can also see the governor of Delta State, I salute. Thank you, and God bless.
But this is just to remind us or to tell us that the Silverbird Man of the Year Award and all Silverbird Awards are a celebration of excellence and not politically inclined. Let me now welcome on stage a delectable social media sensation for the raffle draws, Toke Makinwa.
Thank you. Good evening to all our lovely guests, all our dignitaries right here tonight. I would like to say a huge congratulations to everyone who's won an award. Only Silverbird can do this. Only Silverbird can invite you here to receive awards, eat nice food, and walk away with money. And of course, we can't do this alone without going further. I have to, of course, give a massive shout out to our partners on this, Tofu Food Group, Power Oil, Indomie Noodles, Minimi Chin Chin, and Silverbird Cinemas, of course. So it's time for us to roll the ball again. 2 people have walked away, real cash. No lie, no, cash. You know how hard it is to receive cash these days. We're going to pick 2 winners again, and the first person will walk away with 500,000 naira cash, courtesy of Baba Ijebu. Baba Ijebu, a round of applause for them. Okay, so I'm going to pick 2 balls, and I'll share the numbers, and then we can do this real quick. The very first ball I have is number 5. The second one I have is number 18. For number 5, if you have ticket number 8QXP. Ticket number 8QXP. Yes, 8QXP right here. A round of applause for a lovely winner. What are you going to use this 500,000 naira for? For anything good. I love him. We're still waiting on number 18. If you're in here, please kindly make your way upstairs. The lovely lady in the lovely glittering gold dress. You don't need 500K. You're a baby girl already. A round of applause for our lovely lady walking down here. Congratulations to you both. Can I just see that, just to check? Okay, DMVU. And Bye-bye, Jebu. Are you ready? For those in doubt, see the money. It's real. It's very real. Thank you very much.
Moving quickly now to the next category of awards. The Silverbird Heroes Awards.
And the first Heroes Award goes to Halogen Gods, Archie Daniel and Francis Emepuaku.
On the 18th of August 2018, a singular but extraordinary display of honesty and integrity occurred that changed the lives of 2 men and inspired millions of others. Security Supervisor Francis Emepuaku and Security Operative Archie Daniel, both staff of Halogen Security Company, were on routine duty on that remarkable day at the Murtala Mohammed International Airport in Lagos. While on patrol, Archie Daniel discovered that one of the airline passengers forgot a bag containing loads of valuables at the new multi-level car park of the airport. He immediately took the bag to his supervisor, Francis Emepuaku. Both officers turned the bag, which incidentally contained phones, jewelry, a large sum of money in foreign currency, and other expensive items, over to the management, who traced and returned the bag to its owner, a lady who had just returned from the United States of America. Recounting their action later, Mr. Achi Daniel, who was just a junior security guard of Halogene Securities Limited, remarkably revealed that the incident was not the first time of returning money, even in foreign currencies, to their rightful owners. Despite their relatively humble backgrounds, the officers revealed they had never been tempted to keep the money for themselves, and that no amount of money would make them take what did not belong to them.
As I was just patrolling, I sighted the bag on top of trolley. I noticed that the car at that particular point has already left. I said, somebody must have forgotten this item. I lift it up, the bag is heavy, and it's being zipped, no padlock on it. At least, I believe that any bag like that hand luggage coming from abroad must contain a valuable item. I said to keep my conscience clear, no point of checking inside for somebody to bear me witness. I raise it up, walk straight downstairs, call his attention. And where I work, Halogene, as a security company, it has been the ethics, integrity, respect, passion, and honesty.
He said, a passenger forgot a bag. I said, wow, okay, let's go and see what is inside. So we took it to our office. I opened it before him. So it was like envelopes containing foreign currencies. So you can't open it, somebody's property. They have jewelry, wristwatch, many things and phone inside. So we just have to put call across to the owner of it. There's a phone inside, but we called the daughter. I didn't even know, I just put a call. If you just use the phone, put a call, your daughter will live in the US. And I say, oh, please, the mother is with the father, is going to call the father right away so that they will come back and pick the bag.
In a further display of rare integrity, the juror turned down the request by the owner of the bag to reward them financially, clearly stating they were simply doing their job. The managing director, FAN, Saleh Dunoma, said that several other related cases had been recorded at the nation's airports. He emphasized that the duo would forever be remembered in the annals of the industry as role models, reference points, shining lights, and good ambassadors.
Good evening, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Permit me to stand on existing protocol. Two quick things I'd just like to mention. Thank you to Silverbird. What you've done on behalf of these gentlemen speaks to so many unsung heroes in our country. So many young people, so many innocent Nigerians, ordinary Nigerians, doing their best on a daily basis, unsung, unrecognized. We received calls from over 28 countries with regards to these gentlemen, even up to the Archbishop of Canterbury. Now, every Nigerian can do their bit in the little corners. When the salute and encouragement to every young people, but the lesson is this: there may not have been Francis and Daniel if the process that freed up the company that was at our gateway at that airport was not transparent. It would have been another way of doing things where no man would have given the job to another company. But the process, we salute FAN, we salute the process that freed up our company, the Facility Management Company at that facility, being our principal gateway in Nigeria. The process was transparent, excellently done, best of global best practices on local content is the power of what Nigerians can do. Nigerian companies, if we allow every process to be transparent, our best can come forth. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you, Silverbird.
And now we move on to the next Heroes Award, given to Deputy Commissioner of Police, Abba Kyari.
Deputy Commissioner of Police Abba Kyari was born on the 17th of March 1975 in Gombe State. He was educated at the University of Maiduguri and formed his National Youth Service in Akwa Ibom State in 1998. He enlisted into the Nigeria Police Force on the 1st of May 2000 as a cadet assistant superintendent of police, and he trained at the police academy in Wudil, Kano State. The young Abba Kyari was first posted to the Adamawa State Police Command in 2002. He was later on deployed as the Divisional Crime Officer in Numan, Adamawa State. He served as OC SARS Ikeja, Lagos between 2010 and 2015. He's presently the Deputy Commissioner of Police in charge of the Inspector General's Intelligence Response Team, Force Headquarters Abuja. Abba Kyari has attended several security courses and has received numerous awards both at home and abroad. These awards include the Triple IG Commendation Medal for Courage in 2012, 2013, and 2014, the Triple Lagos State Governor's Award for Gallantry, Leadership, and Service Excellence in 2011, 2012, and 2013, the Lagos State Commissioner of Police Commendation Award for Courage in 2011, Best Anti-Crime Police Officer in West Africa from the Security Watch Africa, the Star Award from the CRAN from 2011 to 2017, and the prestigious Presidential Medal for Courage from President Muhammadu Buhari in 2016.
On different locations. It was a serious operation. It was an intelligence-led operation. It's a special type of operation. You know, we took our time. We have been monitoring them for more than 1 year, some of them for more than 6 months. So, but we didn't strike. We took our time. We monitored them. We did all our planning before we struck. And then, as we struck, you can see the result here.
Abba Kyari has overseen covert operations of many high-profile cases that include the arrest of the notorious kidnap kingpin Evans in Lagos State, the arrest of the killers of the former Chief of Defense Staff Air Marshal Alex Bade, the arrest of the Boko Haram commander Umar Abdul Malik, and 22 terrorist gang members responsible for the kidnap of the Chibok schoolgirls in 2014. The capture of the deadly kidnapper Henry Chibueze, aka Vampire, in Owerri, Imo State. The arrest of 25 bank robbers who invaded Offa Town, Kwara State, and robbed 5 commercial banks and murdered over 31 people. The arrest of the kidnappers of the elder statesman Chief Olufale in Ondo State. The arrest of the kidnappers of the former Minister of Finance Okonjo-Iweala's mother in Delta State, and several other arrests too numerous to mention. Abba Kyari will always be remembered for tackling armed robbery, kidnapping, and other violent crimes in Lagos State head-on during his 5 years as OC SARS. Presently, he is recording tremendous success across the nation as the Deputy Commissioner of Police in charge of the IGP Intelligence Response Team. Truly, Abba Kyari can best be described as a modern-day super cop.
And I thank Silverbird for organizing the wonderful people they are doing, what they are doing this night, recognizing people who ordinarily people might not recognize. So I thank you and urge you to continue in that direction. That's what we need in this country, to celebrate those who are working, those who are productive. It's time to stop celebrating those who are destroying the country. Thank you.
Thank you. My profound gratitude to Silverbird Group for finding us worthy of this award. This will go a long way in encouraging us to do more for the country, and at the same time, it will encourage others to also serve their country in whatever profession or whatever way possible. Because when citizens come out and fight crime or do anything to serve their country, and an organization like this comes to encourage them, it goes a long way in boosting the morale of personnel and any other person that is serving this nation. So we are very, very grateful. The Nigerian Police Force is very grateful for this award. The Intelligence Response Team is very grateful. And myself and my family are profoundly grateful for Silverbird Group for finding us worthy for this. And then my friends from the media, I can't thank you enough. You have been with us all this while, for all these years that we have been fighting crime all over the nation. We have had so much challenges and what have you, but you have been with us. We are very much grateful for that. And then finally, I'm dedicating this award to officers and men of the Intelligence Response Team who has lost their life directly in the line of duty. Thank you. These are officers that paid the supreme price while defending their country, while protecting the life and properties of citizens. So I feel and I believe that they are the true heroes, and I'm dedicating this award to them. Thank you very much. Thank you.
We want to also appreciate the effort of men of the Nigerian Army.
The original elements of the Royal West African Frontier Force, RWAFF in Nigeria, was formed in the year 1900. They were organized and trained by the British into the 1st Infantry Brigade, the 81st and the 82nd West Africa Infantry Brigade, and saw action during the Second World War. The Nigerian Army itself was founded in 1960 and in no time became one of Africa's strongest military establishments, earning a reputation as a mainstay of regional peacekeeping. From a force of 18,000 in infantry battalions and supporting units, the Nigerian Army's strength rose to 126,000 in 3 divisions by the end of the Nigerian Civil War in 1970. It also delved into governance, providing the country heads of states for long intervals between 1966 and 1979 in the first stretch and between 1983 and 1999. To its credit, since it voluntarily returned the reins of government to civilians, the Nigerian Army has subjugated itself to successive democratically elected governments since 1999. In terms of doctrine, its task remains to counter and defeat enemies threatening the sovereignty of Nigeria. But its reputation as a strong military force has been somewhat weakened in recent times by security challenges that have besieged Nigeria, especially the Boko Haram insurgency. The uprising of the insurgent exposed the soft underbelly of the military, showing that it was under-resourced, with comparatively low budgets dispersed irregularly and unpredictably. But that has changed. Since 2015, the Nigerian Army has embarked on a massive rearmament and modernization program, taking the army into the 21st century battlefield with modern weapons, better training, and a new doctrine centered around information gathering, mobility, and firepower. It currently has over 6,000 officers and 150,000 soldiers. Due to its newfound strength and focus, the Nigerian Army has pushed back the insurgents and has reclaimed territory held by Boko Haram. It has also been making steady gains on the battlefield against an unconventional army in a very unpredictable terrain. To its credit, it has also been able to rise up to other emerging security challenges, such as the attacks by cattle rustlers and rogue elements in the north-central states of Benue and Nasarawa, and the activities of bandits and kidnappers in the northwest states of Kaduna, Katsina, Zamfara, and Kebbi. Men and officers on a daily basis risk their lives on a battlefield far from home in conditions far from ideal. They have chosen to risk their lives so that the rest of the country can remain at peace.
I thank Almighty God, whose victory comes from Him alone, and to our Chief Army Staff, who give us enable environment, level environment, to make it easier for us to get this victory. And I thank the Silver Bed for remembering us there in the bush, in the forest. This one indicates that you are with us. We are not alone. We are not fighting the battle alone. If I reach there, I'm going to tell my colleagues that we should double our effort. We are not fighting this Boko Haram alone. I salute you all. Thank you very much, and God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Suleiman. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
The next category of awards to be given out tonight, 2018 Silverbird Extraordinary Achievement.
Afam Mollison Okatu was born on the 8th of May 1964 in Onitsha, Anambra State. He bagged a bachelor's degree in philosophy from the University of Nigeria, Nsukka, and has completed several management certificate programs in cost management, strategic management, and entrepreneurial management from the Lagos Business School. He can best be described as an astute, dynamic, and visionary entrepreneur. He has pioneered several companies, traversing various business sectors and human endeavors. As a director in several blue-chip companies, he is renowned for his business ingenuity and enthusiasm towards overcoming challenges. Mollison Afam Okatu is truly a versatile businessman per excellence. He has a strong drive for manufacturing, which has seen him pioneer businesses in the manufacturing of plastics, pharmaceutical products, ceramics, and floor tiles. He started business as an importer of building materials and grew to dominate the market as an importer and a manufacturer of wall and floor tiles. Currently, he is the managing director of Nispo Porcelain Company Limited, the first indigenous tiles manufacturing company in Nigeria. Nispo Porcelain is a state-of-the-art ceramic and porcelain plant located in Ogun State, Nigeria, and founded strictly for the manufacturing, marketing, and distribution of ceramic and porcelain tiles of exquisite quality within the local and global markets. Anchored by its meticulous application of cutting-edge technologies, Nispo Porcelain has been able to sustain delivery of high-quality products that have been consistently tailored to meet the specific needs of clients.
Our factory is being managed by Nigerians, and we are doing so well, and I think we can do better.
Mollison Okatu's business interests also cut across mining and solid minerals. He operates mining sites in different locations across Nigeria. Some of such locations are Igara in Edo State, Jos Plateau State, and several others in Ogun State.
We are trying to expand our factory and give the customer what they need and give them promptly the time we are delivering their goods and services.
He's also a philanthropist and devoutly involved in humanitarian and community development services. His various companies have also carried out numerous corporate social responsibility projects in their location of operations. Afam Mollison Okatu is a proud member of Rotary International and is happily married with children.
It is a great privilege to be here this evening to collect or to receive this award on behalf of Mr. Okatu Mollison Afam. Indeed, Mr. Mollison is unavoidably absent because he has to proceed on Project Nigeria outside the country. And Afam is a complete pan-Nigerian industrialist who has done so well to take the bull by the horn, venturing into manufacturing industry when the environment has not even encouraged or incentivized investors. Going into porcelain and also going into manufacturing of drug, which is areas where most Nigerians will not venture into. He really appreciates this award, and he has sent me to personally come in here to receive it. And we really appreciate Silverboard even for honoring the great man, the great pan-Nigerian man in Afam. Thank you very much.
Silverbird Extraordinary Achievement Award goes to Sir Kessington Adebutu.
Sir Kessington Adebukola Adebutu, popularly known as Baba Ajebu, was born to the late Alhaji Karimu Folarin Adebutu, also known as Owoiya, and late Alhaja Saliat Olasimbo Adebutu of Ikberu Remo in Ikene local government area of Ogun State on October 24, 1935. Sir Kessington attended the Wesley Primary School, Ikberu Remo, and the Ijero Baptist School in Butemeta, Lagos, where he completed his primary education in 1950. He also had his secondary education between 1951 and 1955. Sir Adebutu briefly worked with Classic Chemicals Limited, a pharmaceutical company, where he rose to the position of sales manager. He left the company in 1963 to start his own business. Sir Adebutu went out on the lookout for a business that required little or no capital to start. What came to his mind was to be a pool agent, as it required only a table and a chair to begin. Today, from those humble beginnings, Sir Kessington Adebutu has become a successful businessman with ownership and investments in a number of organizations including Premier Lotto Limited, Face-to-Face Pools, Kessington Industries and many more.
I used to say always that people should be patient, hardworking, and above all must be honest. But of course the youth of today, they're very much in a hurry. They don't want to crawl before they walk. And that's the problem we have in the society today.
Sir Kessington Adebutu, CON, the chairman of Premier Lotto Nigeria Limited, is a highly respected businessman and philanthropist who has employed hundreds of thousands of Nigerians in his company spread around different parts of Nigeria. Through his not-for-profit foundation, the Kessington Adebukola Adebutu Foundation has touched the lives of many Nigerians positively. The foundation has provided hospitals and a number of universities across the country to make access to medical care very easy in the university community. Members of the public from different walks of life, especially those suffering from various ailments, have also enjoyed the support of the Kessington Adebukola Adebutu Foundation over the years.
Honestly, my foundation, the Kessington Adebukola Adebutu Foundation, has done quite a lot of work. And we focus attention more on medical and education. And the reason is that I believe that a soul which is healthy and educated can never go hungry.
The list of tertiary institutions that have benefited from the largesse of Sir Kessington Adebutu, the philanthropist without boundaries, include the University of Lagos, where an ultra-modern multi-million naira hospital was constructed. Sir Kessington Adebutu also built a well-equipped rehabilitation centre for the elderly at the University Teaching Hospital, Ibadan. And also slated for commissioning soon is a multi-million naira standard auditorium to be sited at Nigeria's premier university, the University of Ibadan in Oyo State. The Lagos State University and the Olabisi Onabanjo University in Agowoye, Ogun State, now have access to listening to an FM radio station which transmits from their campuses. Courtesy, Sir Kessington Adebutu donated a whopping 100 million naira at the fundraising dinner organized by the College of Medicine of the University of Lagos for development activities in the institution. Although a committed Christian of the Methodist denomination, who was recently conferred with the prestigious spiritual award of the Father of the Diocese, he has been responsible for the sponsorship of the construction of churches and mosques across the country. Sir Kessington Adebutu has also sponsored many people on pilgrimages in Saudi Arabia and Jerusalem. The wife of Sir Kessington Adebutu is Chief Mrs. Koforola Adebutu, the Otunyeye Oge of Lagos. Sir Kessington Adebutu, who holds a lot of important honorary doctorate degrees from universities in Nigeria and other parts of the world, is also the sole sponsor of the Kessington Adebutu Under 18 and 20 Boys and Girls Football Clubs. Sir Kessington Adebutu holds very important traditional chieftaincy titles, which include the Balogun or Prime Minister of Remo Land.
We came all the way from Remo to show our support to our noble son, the very first amongst us. My pleasure to present this extraordinary award to Sir Kessington Adebukola Adebutu. Oh yeah, Mario, congratulations.
Your Excellencies, former Vice President of the Republic of Nigeria and your wife, Chairman of PDP, Kabesi, the Caribou, the paramount ruler of the Remo Kingdom, permit me to stand on the 16th protocol. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, when Ben phoned me about this award, I asked myself, why me again? For your information, within the last 24 hours, this is my third award. About 10 a.m. yesterday, I received an award from Methodist Church in Nigeria. And also about this time yesterday, I received an award from the College of Medicine, University of Lagos. Of course, the reason is not hidden. The reason is simply the acknowledgement of my foundation, KAAF, Kensington Adebukola Adebutu Foundation. Let me take this opportunity to thank the management of Silverbird and Ben Bruce in particular. The day he realized that I knew his father, two of us are among the gentlemen who founded the Rotary Club of Yaba, were both charter members. He started to treat me like a father. And for that, Ben, I'm very grateful to you. To me, an award is a challenge to do more. And I promise tonight that through my foundation, we shall continue to serve humanity to the best of our ability. As you can see, my people, they always support me. Most of them standing here all the way from Ikweru Remo. And for the love they have for me, they are here. Kabesi. So, having said that, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I dedicate this award to Remo Kingdom. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.
I will now invite the President General of Ohaneze Ndigbo, who is chairman of tonight's occasion, to please come say a few words to us.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I'm beginning to get used to situations in which you are chairman of an occasion, but in which you are directed by the masters of ceremony. However, it is very gratifying for me that at a time when our soul appears completely defeated, when our hope in our country is low, Silverbird can organize a ceremony like this that makes us rediscover ourselves. When I was coming here today, I was reading an interview that I had given in one of the major newspapers and wondering whether I did in fact remember some of the things I said, because I thought that My children and your children reading it will feel very devastated. We live in a time when chief executives of 5 states have publicly declared that they are insecure in their own states. We live at a time when 69% of our national revenue is used to service our debts without retiring the principal. We live in a time when the world is growing exponentially in human capital development. We live at a time when Facebook has a recognition model that recognizes 90% when a human brain recognizes 70%. We live in a time when a car company called Uber has millions of cars in the whole world but doesn't own any of them. We live in a time when AirHub has hotels all over the world without owning one. We live in a time when all major car companies in the world have decided that from this year they will manufacture self-driven cars that you can call with a telephone and they will take you everywhere, reduce accident rates, and destroy the insurance model, and put a lot of insurance staff in the market. We live in a time when students in secondary school who study chemistry have no idea of what a test tube, a beaker, a Bunsen burner, an alkaline, a crystal, when they know nothing about chemical reactions of oxidation, reduction, double decomposition, lateral displacement of radicals, crystallization. I am not a scientist. I read law and economics, but I still remember my chemistry, which I read several years ago. Ben Bruce, you have shown us a light in the wilderness. You've shown us that there are pockets of sunshine all over Nigeria. People who have contributed to our greatness and who are still trying to contribute to our greatness in our period of despair. I haven't had lunch. I flew from Abuja from a very historical meeting, which I don't want to talk about in order not to turn this place into a political gathering. But I have kept this long without a meal because I'm extremely excited to be part of what I am seeing here tonight. I went to school in the London School of Economics and Political Science and the University of Ibadan. When I was living in England, I went to nights like this, and I began to wonder whether I belonged to the world, whether anybody could put together something like this. It's all about the kind of house that you have. Right now, the world is going to see this year what is called a tricorder, which is a small handheld medical equipment that will drive people out of jobs. It can scan your retina. It can do your blood analysis. And when you breathe into it, it can diagnose 83 ailments. Peter B., I watched you talk about returning human capital development, leveraging on technology to our education. I hope you guys are given an opportunity to bring this about. I want to thank Silverbird for all those who have been given this award today. It means that there is one company in Nigeria which is speaking on behalf of all Nigerians, which is saying, you matter to us. You are an example of hard work, of dedication, of the use of your skill and natural endowment to lift our country to greater heights. As chairman of this occasion, I say congratulations and thank you for your attention.
The night is going very well, but it's the time we listen to the oratorical, exponential senator, show businessman, Ben Murray Bruce, who has a message to give, and I implore you to listen.
If you don't address the fundamentals, no tourist will come to your country. The argument you make is, what is the price of a liter of petrol? That is the wrong argument. We have to find a way to create jobs in Nigeria. Everybody's afraid of being investigated. Everybody's afraid that something terrible will happen to them. The world has changed, and we must change. It's not just talking about change, we must have the real deal. We need the opportunity for all Nigerians to be successful. And Nigeria is too rich for our people to be so poor. We need to find a way out. NNPC cannot be the gangster operation of Nigeria, exploiting all of us. The biggest problem we've had in Nigeria today is the leadership we've had in Nigeria. We have a serious infrastructural problem we have to solve. It is not acceptable for Nigerians to be killed like cattle. 50 cows with 10 guys with no shoes, with AK-47, killing innocent people, and you cannot trace them and arrest one person? Then in my opinion, leadership is confused. But the issue of patriotism must be in your heart. You must say to yourself, I am a proud Nigerian, I am a patriotic Nigerian. And I said to myself, the changes I made in the entertainment industry in Nigeria are the same changes I'm going to make for politics in Nigeria. It can never be business as usual.
Thank you very much. I just want you to say how honored I am to be here with such a magnificent group of people. I'm honored for many reasons. When we started this competition many years ago, you could never imagine how large it would be, how important it would be in the lives of people. What is important to me is those who win today, the people of Nigeria chose them. I didn't choose them. And if you look at the wall as you walked in here, some of the greatest minds in all of Nigeria have won competition here as our Man of the Year. And Governor Kowa, we're so proud of you for everything you've done. And I keep telling you, man, when you leave office, they'll make you chairman of INEC because of the way you conducted the elections in Port Harcourt. And I want to say, for young people, I'm going to talk real quick because the president's wife said to me she hasn't eaten in a week. So I'm going to leave here in 2 minutes, or else I'm going to be in trouble. But let me say this real quick. President Atiku Abubakar and Vice President Peter Obi, you're here today. Now, in a few weeks' time, you'll never see them again. So those of you here, take as many pictures as you want. Have a wonderful time, because these two gentlemen will be in Aso Rock. You're not going to see them for a long time. So, but I'm honored here because look at what the groups have done. The Nigerian Army, who we're very, very proud of. My very special governor. I'm very partial to Bayelsa State, so when I see Dixon, I'm a very happy man. He wasn't told he was going to present the awards to the army. He got up here and he spoke like a statesman. But then again, he was in the police force and he's a lawyer. Imagine the combination of a policeman and a lawyer being a governor. The state is in trouble. Now, and I was asking the vice president, I said, President Atiku Abubakar, were you part of the police force? And he said to me, I did a 9-month training, got to wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning, physical fitness, all that kind of stuff. No wonder he can do 5 campaigns in one day and still show up and not have lunch or dinner. So, what is that? Okay, all right. Now, I'm happy to be here. I'm very, very excited. I had a speech prepared, but a beautiful lady said, if I speak, I die. So I'm not going to speak. I want to say something. How many of you watched the interview with Vice President Peter Obi and Atiku Abubakar? How many watched that? Now, a lot of you thought it was biased, right? But let me tell you a story. In 1983, I was watching NTA, and they had the same program, but this time was President Shehu Shagari. He spoke, great glitzy stuff. It was incredible. The next week, they had Obafemi Awolowo. When Obafemi Awolowo was speaking, they had 2 miserable chairs and they had a host. They asked tough questions and they tweaked the sound. When it was over, it was clearly a biased interview. So I went to see the guys at NTA and I said to them, you are having a presidential election. This is 1983. Why did Shehu Shagari look so good on TV and Obafemi Awolowo look so bad on TV? And he said to me, we were told to fix it. I said, what do you mean? He said, look, when Awolowo went on rallies, they would fix the sound so you couldn't hear when Chief Awolowo was speaking. So what happened the other day has happened historically. But it is not right. It is not right. When I was Director General of NTA, we had the elections in 2003. After the elections in 2003, every single political party in Nigeria wrote me a letter congratulating me for giving them fairness on television. It didn't stop the winner winning. What I'm trying to say is that we must be just and fair to each other. We must not try to hurt each other's chances. If you were destined to win, you will win. If you try to rig it, you will lose. Those days are gone. They did it to Awolowo, they did it to Zik. Anybody in opposition got hurt the same way. But when we were in office, I made sure that didn't happen. One day, I went to see President Jonathan in his study in the villa. And I was with him, and he said to me, he was about to fire the Director General of NTA. And I said, what did he do? He said he was told he was disloyal to the government. I said, Mr. President, you're going to make a mistake if you fire this guy. He said, what do I mean? I said, you know, when you run a network, you have to hear the two sides of the story. If you don't, have you ever heard of a newspaper called New Nigeria? It's dead. Government-owned newspapers, TV, it's all dead today. They're dead today because the people who ran the station were sycophantic to government. They told the government only what they wanted to hear. They lost all sense of reason and all sense of reality. And they're all dead. President Jonathan looked at me and said, you just say this job. And I'm glad I did that. But I did that because it was right. And I did that because it was the right thing to do for our country. When I ran the network, Jimmy Ate was director of news. We made sure everybody got equal time. Adams Oshomole saw me the other day. And he said, and he keeps, every time he sees me, he says, Ben, when I was the NLC boss, you always gave me airtime on television. You had no reason to give me airtime on television, but you always gave me time on television. And for that, I will always respect you. And so what I want to say to the people of Nigeria, when you are in a position of authority and power, always remember, whatever power and position you have is transient. It'll never last forever. Remember, your legacy will last longer than your position. For 16 years, PDP was in office. Now we're in opposition. But that's fine. That's fine. This is not a political event. This is about justice and fairness. So when you have a presidential candidate on TV and you interview that presidential candidate, always remember, your legacy will live beyond that interview. And if you destroy that legacy, you will not have the opportunity to redeem yourself in your lifetime. Thank you very much, and God bless you all.
Let's welcome on stage one of Nigeria's finest indeed, musicians, a son of Bayelsa State. Please join me to welcome Timi Dakolo.
Stand as a people with one song, with one voice, we're a nation undivided and poised. We will take a stand and build our land in faith to defend what is ours. Here we are as a people with one heart and for one cause. We're determined to rebuild and restore. Where freedom reigns and the roof prevails, our land, where there's hope for us all. Said our land, where there's hope for you and I. We'll defend will arise. We will arise. Say we'll defend. We believe in this nation, and we know we'll gather. So we are with the fight. We believe in Nigeria and the promise she holds, and that one day we will shine like the sun from the north, south, east, and west. So we'll defend. We believe in this nation, and we'll know we'll get there someday. So we are, we have, we'll defend our land. We believe in Nigeria and the promise she holds, and that one day we will shine like the sun.
Silverbird Extraordinary Achievement Award to Governor Seriake Dickson of Bayelsa State.
Seriake Henry Dickson was born in 1966 in Toru, Odua in Sagbama local government. He was elected governor of Bayelsa State in 2012, and in 2016 he secured a second-term victory after a keenly contested election. Before becoming governor, he had served as a member of the House of Representatives between 2007 and 2011. Nicknamed Countryman Governor for proudly believing in community life, he is noted for his remarkable consistency in the development of the health sector. At the start of his first term, he made it clear where the future of the health sector lies in Bayelsa State. He didn't just set out to build health facilities, what he set out to build is a healthcare system that stands in the forefront of global reckoning. One of them is the Bayelsa State Diagnostic Center. This masterpiece is a center with many sides, such as radiology, pathology, cardiology, and endoscopy. And with the awareness that physical infrastructure with cutting-edge machines alone can't deliver good health service, Governor Dickson went in search of top-notch medical personnel. Small wonder services rendered at the centre are comparable to what can be found in the best places in the world. And to address the startling rise in maternal and child mortality, Governor Dickson's ambition in the health sector triggered a massive investment in the primary healthcare sector. To get this delivered, the administration of Seriake Dickson embarked on the construction of model referral hospitals in all 8 local government headquarters in Bayelsa. Today, these hospitals and health centres have brought huge consolation to rural communities.
We are building Bayelsa for the future, and this is one of those futuristic projects. With this facility, no Bayelsan, and I repeat, no Bayelsan needs to go outside this place for diagnosis.
Governor Dickson also changed history in Bayelsa State with the initiation of a health insurance scheme. In less than 1 year after it was set up in 2017, the scheme registered more than 80,000 public sector workers. The construction of a Bayelsa Drug Distribution Center is another breathtaking achievement of Governor Dickson. This center doesn't only ensure that drugs are provided to the hospitals, it sees to it that they have high quality and affordable. In addition, Governor Dickson's administration also made undeniable progress in telemedicine. His huge appetite for delivering round-the-clock healthcare everywhere and to everyone in Bayelsa through a two-way process between patients and their doctors by a technology device such as a phone birthed the idea of a Bayelsa telemedicine program. Siriaka Dixon's administration equally invested money and time in completing the administrative block at the School of Nursing in Tombia, the upgrading of the Dieta Koki Memorial Hospital, and the renovation of general hospitals. Without a doubt, the amazing outcome in all of these speaks of success and defines his legacy as the governor of Bayelsa State.
Thank you very much. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it is my singular honor and privilege to present this award to Governor Dixon of Bayelsa. But before I do that, I want to let you know that I have been to Bayelsa several times during his administration. And I can attest to the world-class health facilities, world-class universities, world-class roads and infrastructure. That I have seen. Therefore, this award is a befitting award. Very much unlike most of you who have not been to Bayelsa, I have been, and they say seeing is believing. So, Your Excellency, I present this award to you in recognition of your wonderful services to your state and the people of your state and Nigeria in general. Congratulations. My President, thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you very much indeed. Your Excellency, whom the chairman of the Northern Elders Forum a short while ago described as the next president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and we all agree. And we all agree. Thank you for the honor, sir. Let me recognize and appreciate all of you, our leaders who are here, leaders from Bayelsa, leaders for our nation across the length and breadth of this great country, gentlemen of the press, very distinguished ladies and gentlemen. First, I bring you all greetings and warm felicitations from the great state of Bayelsa. Let me say for myself and on behalf of my family and the government and the good people of the great state of Bayelsa, we are grateful to Silverbird Group, which, as you all know, by the way, is another wonderful Bayelsa brand. And we are very proud of what our brothers in the Murray Bruce family have done for our state, for our country, for Africa and the world. Today, I want to also thank all of you for being here. Let me use this opportunity to particularly thank and appreciate the next president for taking time out for accepting to present this award. This is actually a presidential award that has been given. I want to also congratulate all my fellow awardees, my colleagues, my brother governor from the great state, my other state of Delta, and all other awardees, our fathers and leaders, including those who received posthumous recognitions for their wonderful and great services to our country and to our world. I want to thank all of you for coming. I want to thank and appreciate all my brothers and friends and my leaders and my colleagues in the government of Bayelsa State. And I thank you all. I dedicate this award to the good and wonderful people of Bayelsa who gave me a wonderful opportunity to be of service for the past close to 7 years and still counting. And I pledge to them that we will not stop working until the last day. We will continue to build more schools, more roads, more bridges, more hospitals, more clinics, and
and continue to invest in stability and security of our state, of the region, and of our country. Thank you very much, and may God bless Bayelsa, may God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and thank you very much as we look forward to having a President Atiku Abubakar. Thank you, sir.
Kashim Ibrahim Shettima was born in Maiduguri, Borno State on September 2, 1966. He was sworn in as Executive Governor of Borno State in May 29, 2011. He won re-election in 2015 under the platform of the All Progressives Congress (APC). Kashim Shettima, who some analysts described as a wartime governor, took over at the peak of the Boko Haram reign of terror in Borno State. Borno and Yobe states are the worst hit in Boko Haram's decade of armed insurgency that is characterized by suicide bombings, kidnappings, mass shootings, executions, attacks against soft targets, arsons, conventional armed assault, and mass abduction. As governor of Borno State, he has efficiently managed challenges arising from Boko Haram insurgency, which he inherited in 2011. With less than a few months to the end of his administration, Governor Kashim Shettima has indeed shown that the security and welfare of the people remains the primary objective of any government. The upsurge of Boko Haram's attack on lives and properties in Borno State never posed a threat to Governor Kashim Shettima's zeal and commitment in providing concrete developmental projects that have direct bearing on the people of the state.
Well, it's just a function of the management of the resources that are available to you. And it's pertinent to note that we are not owing 1 month's salary. Our first charge is to pay the entitlements of our civil servants. Then we deploy whatever resources that we have towards addressing the core challenges of our people. Because underneath the mayhem of Boko Haram, beneath the nihilism lies the real cause, which is extreme poverty. And in this age and time, there is no any other potent tool for fighting poverty greater than education.
With the approval of the National Security Advisor and the Nigerian Army in 2013, Governor Shettima formalized the establishment of youth volunteers group called the Civilian JTF. The volunteers have played a very significant role in supporting the military in the ongoing fight against Boko Haram insurgents. He approves salaries, kits, and patrol vehicles for the Civilian JTF, while at the same time giving so much support to the Nigerian Armed Forces. He leads in mobilization of community-based intelligence gathering and the provision of hundreds of patrol vehicles and material logistics to the military in particular and to all other security agencies. In addressing the plight of the IDPs and other citizens affected by the heinous activities of Boko Haram terrorists, the state government in its 2019 fiscal year budget proposal allocated 4 billion naira for the Ministry of Rehabilitation, Reconstruction and Resettlement to facilitate the resettlement of internally displaced persons in liberated communities. A review of the intervention projects tailored to address the plight of the IDPs include the re-establishment of the State Emergency Relief Agency, expansion of rehabilitation of the IDPs, procurement of new ambulances, successful evacuation and return of Nigerian refugees in Cameroon, soliciting for international support and assistance for the IDPs through the World Bank Paris Club, playing a central role in the rescue and rehabilitation of the Chibok girls, supporting and forming the Borno State Youth Empowerment Scheme, popularly known as the Civilian Joint Task Force, building schools in internally displaced persons camps, establishment of task force on IDPs' food, distribution and feeding system. Like the saying goes, a healthy nation is a wealthy nation. Governor Kashim Shettima was not found wanting in the area of providing basic health amenities for the people. The governor purchased ultra-modern 12 dialysis and MRI scanning machines for government-owned hospitals across the state. Aside from reconstructing health institutions destroyed by Boko Haram insurgents, the Borno State government also built a 250 ultra-modern hospital for women and children. Despite Boko Haram terrorist attacks and destruction of schools in Borno State, Governor Shettima has remained resolute in providing the standard of education in the state. During the presentation of the 125.82 billion naira appropriation bill for the 2019 fiscal year to the State House of Assembly for approval, Governor Shettima ensured that education got the highest allocation of 22 billion naira for recurrent and capital projects. Apart from building 34 orphanage mega schools across the state, the governor has embarked on massive construction of schools in Borno State, as well as reconstruction of schools destroyed by Boko Haram militants. The state has also invested massively in the industrial sector with establishment of an industrial estate housing various factories such as the largest solar panels manufacturing company in West Africa, fruit juice extraction and cornflakes food making company, amongst others, with the aim of empowering the youth and other disadvantaged citizens. Major industrial projects have been completed while some are ongoing. In a bid to address youth unemployment and boost the state internally generated revenue, Governor Kashim Shettima established multi-million naira plastic recycling plant. At the height of Boko Haram insurgency, the state embarked on a massive construction of houses in Maiduguri, but due to the deterioration of security situation in Borno State, IDPs were moved into the houses under construction. The government also built 26 luxurious apartments in 5 detached 3-story buildings in Maiduguri to serve as residence for medical doctors working in state hospitals. Governor Kashim Shettima's leadership credentials have attracted positive recognitions within and outside the country. It is hardly surprising then His Excellency is being awarded the first Silverbird Extraordinary Personality and Achievement of the Year award.
The governor has done his best to support the military and all the security agencies in the state. And he also, as we all know, created the famous civilian JTF, over 27,000 of them, whom he has supported with all sorts of logistic and financial support. And these 27,000 or so young men and women have been battling the scourge of Boko Haram together with our men and women in uniform. So we would like to say that we are indeed very, very gratified that this effort of Governor Kashim Shettima has been recognized by the presentation of this award, and we will get back to him, and I'm sure in due course he will also reach out to Senator Ben Mary Bruce to even say more to him about this award. Thank you very much, and God bless Nigeria.
I will now once again very respectfully invite our special guest of honor, His Excellency Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, presidential candidate, PDP, to please give his remarks now.
Before I begin my speech, Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, let me ask you to please rise and join me in a minute's silence in honor of the memory of the 60 Nigerian citizens killed by Boko Haram insurgents just a few days ago in Ran, Borno State, this past Friday. May their souls rest in peace. You may be seated, please. I also wish to thank God for sparing the life of Vice President Yemi Osibajo, who survived a helicopter crash yesterday. May Almighty God protect him and grant him long life. I would like to congratulate Governor Ifeanyi Okowa for being crowned very soon Silverbird Man of the Year 2018 and all the other winners here tonight. You have done very well for your states, for your people, and for our country. My sincere admiration goes out to each and every one of you for your outstanding achievements, which have been recognized at this magnificent venue and event. It is always a pleasure to be here, as Lagos has always been home to me, kind to me, and even my businesses. So I love Lagos. It is therefore both right and fitting that we are in Lagos, our commercial and cultural capital, to celebrate the success of our fellow Nigerians. I have always believed that our nation has been blessed with an abundance of human talent, and that our most valuable resource is not what lies beneath our feet, but between our ears. That is why so many of our countrymen and women have been celebrated, not just in Nigeria, but around the world in the fields of business, academics, sports, music, film, medicine, and so many more. When I was preparing my speech, it got me thinking about the nature of success and how people become successful, like Baba Ijebu. And I thought I should address my comments not to those here this evening who have already reached such stellar heights in their lives, most of you here, but so many of the viewers at home who I know aspire to be successful themselves. The question of whether success is a function of nature or nurture has long been debated since humankind first came together. You can read thoughts from the ancient Greek philosophers on this subject. More recently, academic studies around the world have concluded that nature is the biggest influence on how individuals progress in life, as we are all, to a broad extent, born equal into this world. Instinctively, that is what I have always felt to be true too. So let me tell you about my own experiences and how they have guided me in my varied career in public service, business, and politics. I was born to a very, very poor family. And when I was very young, I lost my father. And I'm also the only child of both my parents. So despite a lack of funds, it was my mother who raised me. I remain eternally grateful to her for ensuring I went to school every day, so I was able to receive an education that was free, which equipped me with the ability to start my career working in the customs service. So even from an early age, I learned 3 key lessons from my own experience. 1, how important women are in nurturing our young children to give them a good start in life. 2, how important education is to enable anyone to achieve their potential. And 3, how important it is to have a job. Because however low you start, if you work hard and are perseverant, you can achieve whatever you put your mind into. As some of you may know, I am seeking to secure my ultimate job in 2 weeks' time. And I hope I have applied those 3 lessons in my job application. Lesson number 1, invest in women. When I had money, I set up my microfinance bank in Adamawa State. And I saw some of the best managers in microfinancing from Bangladesh. I directed them to make 80% of the loans to women as they ensure the money is put to productive use. This bank alone, in just my locality, has elevated over 45,000 families out of poverty, which I am very proud of. However, what made me even proudest of all is the fact that 98% of the loans have been paid back, which enables my bank to help even more poor families. So if I get the job that I am applying, I will take this concept and roll it out nationally to elevate millions of families from poverty. Lesson number 2, invest in education. As part of my desire to give back to the community which raised me, I have endowed a nursery, primary, and secondary schools, as well as the American University of Nigeria in my home state. As I speak to you, our students across the nation are not being educated due to the ASU strike that is about an argument over 60 billion. If I get the job I am seeking, my first task on day 1, along with my name in my cabinet, will be to end this disgraceful strike and get our students back to their studies. If I can do it as an individual, I see no reason why Nigeria as a nation cannot do it. I will also triple the amount Nigerian government spends on education from currently only 7% of its budget today, not just to the 15 recommended by UNESCO, but to 20%. I recognize the value that education can bring to the individual and the nation. But even more than that, I want every child in Nigeria to have opportunities that I had. Lesson number 3, invest in creating jobs. After I left the Nigerian Customs Service, I went into business, and fortunately I appear to have been somewhat successful in it. and I grew up my business, I was able to employ more people and make more money. When you employ people, you don't lose money, but you make more money. But when the business environment is conscripted, like the man who came here to say that government should make policies to make sure that businesses grow so that they can employ. And as I made more money, I was able to employ more people and so on. So as of today, I have created over 50,000 direct jobs and a further 250 indirectly. I am also the biggest individual employer in my state after the state government. So, Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, if I get the job I am applying from you, I will apply what I have learned in my business life to create millions of jobs across our great nation and take out our young men and women out of unemployment. I trust it is not too immodest to observe that perhaps my skills and experience have never been more needed than today in this country. Over the last 4 years, the number of unemployed Nigerians has rocketed from 7 million to over 21 million, most of whom are our youth in the most productive period of their lives, and many of whom have studied hard but cannot find a job. Did you know that based on the current rate of growth in unemployment, if something is not done, 62% of our people will be unemployed by 2023? That is not just frightening, it is a time bomb. And I always see it when I go to address our citizens, because most of the people before me are between the ages of 18 and all of them. And I bet you 99% of them are unemployed. I get frightened. So, if I'm selected for what undoubtedly will be my toughest ever appointment, I have clear paths on how I will create the best environment Nigeria has ever seen for creating jobs. Just take one example. I will of all unemployed Nigerians and ask every Nigerian who is unemployed to be on that data bank. And I will direct government ministries and MD to employ based on that data bank. In addition, I will establish a national apprenticeship scheme to give 1 million of our young people vocational training with certification, which is so lacking in Nigeria today. I have fortunately reached a stage in my life where I do not need to work anymore. But I'm grateful to Nigeria for giving me such a rewarding life on many levels. One of my favorite actors is Jack Lemmon, who was a master of his art. I was always taken by his expression, which he coined when he was at the height of his success. He used to say, to take the elevator back down, end quote, and which led him to set up acting schools for deprived kids in America. That is a phrase which sums up my attitude to life. Which brings me back to how did Jack Lemmon and every other successful person got to the top of the elevator in the first place? Some say it is ambition. Others say it is talent. For me, I think it's a combination of both. For talent, without ambition is a waste. Yet ambition without talent is worthless. Yet there is one more ingredient that to me is crucial, in which I want to impress on all those at home who believe they have the talent and ambition to succeed. That ingredient is pure, unadulterated hard work. Pure. They say that to be good at anything, whether it is to play the violin or to become a great footballer, takes a minimum of 10,000 hours of hard. That represents typically 3 to 5 years of commitment and practice. Therefore, the last ingredient in my book of success is perseverance and determination. You know what? Perseverance, determination, it has taken me now 3 decades to come to where I am today. Now, those of you who are keen footballers or watch football, who can forget the miracle of Daman, when Nigeria became the first team to come back from 4 goals down to win a FIFA World Cup match? I don't know how many of you can remember. All the more extraordinary for the fact that we only started scoring in the last 30 minutes of the game. Please put your hands if you remember that match. Thank you. Miracles happen in the Bible and the Quran, and miracles can happen in Nigeria for individuals in our country. So to everyone at home who wants to be on this stage in 2024, please remember that if you apply yourself and really want to achieve something, then your future success is in your own hands. May I conclude by thanking Senator Ben-Marie Bros for hosting such a wonderful evening and for giving me the opportunity to share my thoughts with you all. You know, when he was asking me to come to this event from Abuja, I flew to Birnin Kebbi. From Birnin Kebbi, I flew back to Lagos to be here. I have not had lunch, I have not had dinner. My wife was complaining that she is hungry. I would like to congratulate the winners once more and wish all those who want to better their own lives the will to do so. For one thing is sure, the more successful people we have, the more successful Nigeria will be. So let us all resolve to be successful in this hall. And as for me, my chances as getting the job I am applying for, I don't know. If there is a better candidate for the post than me, then so be it. I can only hope the recruitment process is going to be fair. However, I can say for the record that I have done much more than 10,000 hours of practice to do the job well. I promise that if I get the job, I will apply every ounce of my determination and perseverance to repay the confidence in hiring me and to make a great success for Nigerian people. May God bless you all. Have a wonderful evening and have a safe journey back. Thank you very much.
Finally, the Silverbird Man of the Year Award goes to Dr. Ifeanyi Okowa, Governor, Delta State of Nigeria.
Governor Ifeanyi Okowa, a grassroots politician and consummate administrator, was born on July 8, 1959 in Owa Alero in Ikan Northeast local government area of Delta State. He attended Edo College, Benin City before proceeding to the University of Ibadan, where he studied medicine and surgery, obtaining the MBBS degree in 1981. Dr. Okowa briefly worked as a medical officer with the Bendel State Hospital's Management Board on completion of his National Youth Service. He started politics at the grassroots level, serving as a secretary to the Ika local government and the chairman of the Ika Northeast local government area between 1991 and 1993. He joined the People's Democratic Party in 1998 and was among the top party members who worked assiduously for the victory of former Governor James Ibori. Dr. Okowa served in various capacities in Delta State before his election as governor. He was the Commissioner for Agriculture and Natural Resources, the Commissioner for Water Resources Development, and the Commissioner for Health, all between July 1990 and October 2006. He was elected senator representing Delta North Senatorial District in April 2011. The multi-ethnic Delta State has been experiencing peace, which is necessary for development to take place. Since Governor Okowa was sworn into office on May 29, 2015. He has done a lot to earn the people's trust. The Peace Building Committee, comprising eminent and experienced elders of Delta State, which he set up, has done an exceedingly well job.
We began to see a lot of reassurance. The people felt reassured, and we have this strong peace that have come in. Most of the challenges we did have in terms of oil, destruction of oil facilities was far in the rural areas because they just believed that government did not care much about them. But we've been able to put them together, and we have also created stakeholder groups that enables the communication between the people and the government. Beyond the groups that I've created in the riverine led by Deputy Governor, we also have a peace building committee led by Professor Sam Oyewari. Beyond all this, I have also gone on town hall meetings, visiting all local governments, and every important stakeholder had to be in that meeting as we go to every local government, where we had enough time to talk to ourselves. So there has been a lot of build-up towards achieving that peace, and our people have completely bought into it because we're actually connecting with the people. We're not staying far back in Asaba and just breathing down on them, but we're actually in constant communication with them, and I give God the glory for what we've done today.
Delta State has witnessed remarkable infrastructure development under the administration of Governor Okowa. Road construction across the state, including the riverine communities, has earned him the name Roadmaster.
We're just going around commissioning projects, and in one of the places somebody just said Roadmaster, and before I knew, it became, they hardly call me Okowa when we're on the road, or Governor, it's Roadmaster, they call me now. But then we began to look back and say, oh, in these very difficult times, why are they saying this? As at the time we did our count then, we had about 190 roads that we were constructing. Before we knew, we had moved into about 290 something. As at today, if you look at some of our billboards, you see 317 roads. But today, we are on about 353 roads. And why have we done this? We initially, from the beginning, knew that if we are connecting people and allowing a free flow of movement, it helps the people to save their time, it helps commerce, it helps create the necessary environment for industries to actually grow. But beyond all this, when we went out for the town hall meetings, the more roads we were doing, we thought we were doing all enough for the people. But we found that their major demands still continue to be on road development. That meant that it was very critical and important to them, because we actually wanted the people to be a part of the process of determining our budgets for the year. And when we started that process in 2016 of moving out up to early 2017, we actually wanted to feel the pulse of the people. And we found that, yes, demands were made in several other sectors, but the critical demands were more on further road development and further connections of the people. And we were encouraged to go on because when you're actually doing things and you're actually doing things that does please the people and the people have a buy into what you're doing, you'll not find that you cannot be faulted at all. And that is how we came to be called the Roadmaster. Even when the former president came in, President Obasanjo, he now added another one that I'm not just only a roadmaster, but a bulldozer.
Everywhere he goes in Delta, the people call him a Kweme, the one who does what he says, simply put, a promise keeper. Governor Okowa is addressing youth unemployment through various empowerment programs, such as the microcredit scheme, which has won several awards.
We needed, in trying to diversify ourselves away from just being an oil-producing state, we needed to do a whole lot of things. And we now felt that the first thing to do was a strategic process that would lead us into creating jobs and creating job creators. And that was the first thing that did drive our process. And that we have done quite a lot since we came in. We have various offices in which we begin to create jobs, for which we have also been rated the best state thus far in terms of human capital development.
The education sector has also received close attention. Several schools have been built, while others were renovated to ensure a conducive learning environment. As a medical doctor, Governor Okowa has paid special attention to the health sector. He has built several hospitals and health centers to meet the medical needs of the people. Governor Okowa's numerous achievements and extraordinary performance have won him several awards. The daily independent newspapers, the Vanguard newspapers, and other media houses have at various times named him either their Man of the Year or Governor of the Year.
I'm not one to normally get very excited about awards, but this particular one does excite me to the extent that it was taken to the Nigerian people to decide. And I believe that this kind of an award will help to encourage me and members of the government and even the larger people in Delta State to continue to do more. Because whatever we've achieved has been a combination of efforts of both the governor, those who work with the governor, and the people of Delta State. We are very encouraged by this award, and obviously we're happy about it, and we believe that it's going to energize us to do a lot more for our people.
As the chairman of the People's Democratic Party National Convention Organizing Committee, he ensured the party organized the freest, fairest, and most peaceful presidential primary in its history. And this has received applause nationally and internationally. Ekweme, the Promise Keeper, Roadmaster, and Governor of Delta State, Dr. Ifeanyi Okowa, is the Silverbird Man of the Year 2018.
All the achievements that you have seen tonight on the performance of Governor Okowa are perhaps just about 20% of what he has done in Delta State. Because I have visited Delta State since he became governor several times. And the last time was just 2 days ago. Abi Governor. I was really amazed by the progress I have seen in Delta. I want to pay tribute to him. I want to commend him. But putting that one aside, my boss, the party chairman, is a product of his performance as the chairman of the convention committee that elected our party chairman in one of the most credible party primaries in the history of our party. In addition to that, even the presidential primaries that he conducted, I think there were about 12 or 13 of us who contested. But because of the credibility of the process There was no single protest from any of the contestants. So again, when it comes to his personal integrity, you cannot question him on that. Without wasting too much time, I'm not expected to speak again. Let me take the award and then hand it over to Governor Ifeanyi Okowa, Doctor, Senator of Delta State.
Your Excellency, the former Vice President and now presidential candidate, and by the grace of God, the next president of this country. Very distinguished ladies and gentlemen of the press. First, I must give thanks to God who gave me life. And secondly, I must thank all Deltans who found me fit and worthy to be their governor. In the last 3.5 years, it's been tough, but I was tutored politically by a young man then, but he is our leader, Chief James Anefe Bori. So I obviously had a good background in politics, and I knew that the best politics was to connect with the people. In the past 3.5 years, we've been doing just that. Even when things got very tough, the people stayed on our side. And working together with them, we're able to rebuild the peace. And today, Delta State is the highest producer of oil in the country. When I came in initially in 2016, we had dropped to number 4 because there was crisis everywhere. But as a united people, as a people who believe in themselves and trust in themselves, we are in a much better position today. Yes, we're building roads, we're building schools. Our health insurance policy is on, and we're doing very well, with about 500,000 Deltans already registered in our health insurance in the last 1 year. But in all this, the greatest of all is the unity and peace that we have achieved. And that has brought a lot of partnership. The traditional institutions, the religious institutions, our people, our women, our youths, they understand that working together, we can build a greater and a better state. And I thank God for that. So I want to appreciate Silverbird Group for this honor done me. I want to thank all Deltans who have worked with me, particularly the legislative arm of government, and also the judiciary, for the support they have offered us in the executive arm. And because of this partnership, we have been able to get to where we are. Yes, Delta State is working, but I believe that as of today, what troubles us most is not about Delta. It may not be about Bayelsa. It's about our nation, Nigeria. Obviously, we understand that there are challenges in our Nigerian nation. The Nigerian people are looking up to the elite. The politicians, they are looking up to INEC and the security agencies. What are we going to give back to them? They are usually helpless, but they look onto these four sets of people. I believe that a stronger Nigeria will only be when we're able to do things transparently, test the integrity process, and be sure that we're on the right course. It is my hope that as we move into the elections, that we'll do what is right and ensure that the votes of the people count. That obviously will help us in the starting process of building a stronger Nigeria, a more united Nigeria. And I also do believe that no matter what we do, until we start processes that will enable our states to start to compete through restructuring of this country in such a manner that it breeds healthy competition, we may just be far away from where we ought to be. I hope that these things are things that we'll look onto as we move into the future. I believe strongly that once we do the right thing, Nigeria definitely is going to work much better in the future. So I call on all who are involved, the INEC, the security agencies, the government, the politicians, and also the elites who are able to talk to their people to please do the right thing. Let us partner together to create a stronger nation. God bless you all.